Howdy YouTube, Eznix here with a video for you. I know it's been a little while, but I've been busy watching other videos. So here's a little project I discovered. I'm not sure how I came upon it, but it appears to be a respin of EznixOS. Or not EznixOS, Ezarcher. Now, I say respin. I think what this person did was they found my project, Ezarcher, and decided to use it to create their own Arch-based spin. So it's not really an Ezarcher-based system, although maybe I could look at it that way. I'm flattered. This person obviously is putting some thought and design and choices that I did not make into their project, and that is fantastic. So we're going to take a look at blizOS. Now, blizOS is, I think, an outgrowth of an earlier project by the same person, developer. Their previous project is NoveOS, N-O-V-O-S. NoveOS is really just Ezarcher renamed. Not a whole lot of changes went in, but as they're gaining confidence and exploring the world of ArchISO and building Arch-based systems, they're branching off with blizOS into their own world of choices and customizations. So let's take a look. They have a YouTube page, and I did subscribe just now. They have links on their About page on YouTube to their download, which is SourceForge, and their own wiki, which is their own website. So let's take a look at SourceForge first. SourceForge page for blizOS, brought to you by Novashow. I guess that's how I would pronounce it. I don't know if that's correct. Or Novaso. Yeah, whatever. Hopefully I'm not butchering it too badly or offending the person here. So blizOS is an easy-to-use, clean, and fast distro based on Arch Linux. They have an upgrade script if you started with their NoveOS project. You can upgrade it to blizOS. Now, I believe the upgrades are really just adding custom repository with their own software or their own choice of some packages. We'll take a look at the repository in a moment when we get to the desktop. They have a plan to update it every month, so we're looking at the most current August 2023 release. Looks like it brings some bug fixes and updated packages. Their username is blizOS. Their password is blizOS. The root password is blizOS. They do give me a thank you, which I do appreciate. That's all I really need. They have some screenshots and a link to the video back to their YouTube page. Their YouTube page only has their one official video here. So, looks like they registered in April of 2023. Cool. If we go to their files, they have a Lite edition and a regular edition. This is explained on their wiki. So they do go into the previous NoveOS, and right below it is a description of blizOS. The Lite edition comes with Xfce. The full edition comes with Budgie. And they have some information. They have an installation guide. That advanced doesn't link to anything. The download links to, okay, their download page, which just directs you back to SourceForge. Cool. They do have a GitHub repository here with all of their projects and component projects. They have a core repo, so you can take a look at the packages that they build specifically for their project here. blizOS settings files, grub themes, calamares, PAMAC, it looks like they include PAMAC. They have their own NeoFetch. Okay. I guess they put their own little graphic in, basically. OS release, so they brand their ISO and the system. PAMAC, yes, we already knew PAMAC was there. Plymouth and Timeshift, they put in Timeshift. Okay, not a whole lot, a few more packages than I put in, but that's what they're doing, and that's cool. So let's take a look at the actual desktop here. And it does go into a not standby, the screensaver kicks in, I guess. So blizOS is the password, and that opens it up. So we're looking at their flagship Budgie desktop here. The way they have it laid out is your very standard Windows 95 paradigm layout. They have a menu in the lower left corner. Looks like hover is not enabled. That's okay. Change on hover, I mean. Accessories, screenshot, calculator, firmware, emoji picker, Kvantum is here. Nemo is our file manager. Software tokens, text editor, Wall Street Control. Interesting. Windows Shuffle. What is Wall Street Control? I guess a wallpaper changer. Okay. Should have guessed that. Under accessories, that was accessories. Graphics, an image viewer. Internet, Avahi server browser, and Firefox. Office, Evolution mail and calendar. Okay, that's a very full-featured mail and calendaring system. Programming, CMake. Sound and video, we have Cheese for webcam, MPV for media player, sound recorder, and QTV4L2 utilities here. System tools, add or remove software. We knew PAMAC was going to be here. Avahi Budgie Control Center, Budgie Desktop Settings, Firewall, probably GFU Firewall. GNOME, gparted, okay, GRSync. Hardware locality ISO IS topo, okay. The installer, calamares. Kvantum, Lite DM, greeter settings, network tools. Previews, control, okay. Part of Budgie, I guess. QT5 settings, system monitor, terminal, and Timeshift. Under utilities, we have network configuration, archive manager, and disks. And under other, password and keys, so a password manager. Very minimalistic, but provides the basics for you to get around, which is nice. We have an update notifier here. It comes along with PAMAC, so we can see their updates. If we go to Browse and Repositories, we can see their Blizz Core repository enabled, as well as Core Extra Community. Community is no longer. So that's interesting. So one of their things they haven't updated yet, it looks like, is pacman.conf. That community should no longer be in there. Let's take a look at the file manager here. Let's go to File System, etc. Let's go right to pamac.conf here. Not Pamac, Pacman. Keep saying Pamac, sorry. Pacman.conf, there it is. Let's open with text editor. Oh, this is taking a while. You know what? I know exactly what's going on here. So GTK desktop, Budgie, based on GNOME. It's taking quite a while to open an application. Okay, what is going on? Let's open a terminal here. Let's do a sudo pacman sy blizOS. Okay, let's do a pack. Oh, it opened up our pacman.conf. Finally. Okay. I really don't like the fact that it's hard to grab the corner here. There we go. Yeah, community and community testing no longer in there. Time to get those out. Also testing, time to get that out. There's no more testing. It's now core and core testing, extra and extra testing. Okay, so they haven't updated to the most recent, and I'm talking most recent, but this happened a few months ago now. Time to get pacman.conf up to date. Discard. Yeah, I don't want to save any changes. I may possibly. Okay, the reason the slowness of the opening of the text editor is because there's an xdg-desktop-portal-gnome package. So I'll show you that. Let's do a search here. XDG desktop portal GNOME, and it is installed. So let's do a sudo pacman r xdg desktop portal GNOME and remove it. Now, what should be there is the GTK version of that file, and that is there. Good. Okay, so now let's just test it. If we try to open again, look at that, just the way it should, nice and quick. Okay, so two things. Update your pacman.conf, get rid of old community and old references to testing, get rid of the XGD desktop portal GNOME package. It'll clean up, or it'll solve the slow opening of applications here. Let's take a quick look at Calamari's settings used. And we can see, yes, he is using my files as his basis here, which is fine. He's actually left the author attribution in. That's cool. Just edit it where he needed to. Nice. Let's look at the modules here. So FS tab, let's see what he's changed here. Okay, he took off the no discard option that I used, but left everything else the way I set it up. That's pretty cool. Let's see, do packages. Just removes what I remove. That's cool. Systemd services. Okay, 8 cronny and cronny service. Okie doke. Very similar. Just making some slight adjustments, which is great. He's making choices that he wants to make. Let's try the installer here. Just see what it looks like. So password blizOS. Next. Next. Certainly stylized it quite a bit. I like it. It's okay. Okay, so let's do swap. BTRFS is default. Okay, move that ahead of ext4. Let's go for ext4 because I really don't have a need for BTRFS. Next. Very good. Next. Install and install now. I put his own little slideshow in. That's great. Very nice. This should only take a couple minutes. We're going to pause and get back to the video when this is done. Okay, we are all done. So let's hit done. And let's shut this down here. And let's go back to the VM settings. Remove the ISO and start her up. See how the install went. Okay. Customize Grub, customize Plymouth. So far, so good. Okay, log in. We'll have to adjust our resolution when this comes up. But so far, it's looking good. Okay, don't need that. Let's go over to settings. We'll change this display, 14:9. Keep, close. And first thing we're going to have to do is, let's see, sudo pacman syu. Okay, remove conflict. I guess we're going to go with yes. See how the update progresses here. Oh, we are running slow. Very slow. Should have done a reflector first. Pick some faster mirrors. This is going to take forever. Okay, can't decide whether I'm going to cancel this, run reflector, or just let this run This is going to take a while, though. Yeah, it's not getting any better. One of them is, one of them is not. Let's see what happens. He only has 3 parallel downloads set up. At this speed, that's not going to really help all that much. Okay, we'll pause the video and we'll come back when this is done. Okay, I couldn't take it anymore. Let's make this a little bigger. I canceled the update at the moment. We'll get back to it. Let's do a reflector country. Let's do United States. Latest 20. Yep. Let's do sort by rate. Let's do protocol HTTPS. Let's do save. Mirror list. It's always good if you can remember how to use reflector. All those respins that give you tools to run reflector, graphically, or are just, to me, they're almost a disservice. Yeah, it makes it a little quicker, but once you know the commands you need in reflector, just type it in. Okay, let's do Pacman SYYU. And that is a lot quicker. Yeah, that's a lot better. Now we're going to get through this lickety split. We're all coming in at megabit speeds now. Multi-megabit speeds. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Get rid of the old modules. Get our updates done. Sorry it's taking so long, but it's a lot quicker than it was going initially. A lot of updates since August 2nd when the ISO was released. There are always a lot of updates on Arch. That's nothing against blizOS, of course. Oh, wonderful. That's better. And we're almost done here. Let's go ahead and remove that XGD thing. XGD desktop portal GNOME. Might as well do that. And let's do sudo pacman scc. Clean up the package cache. Okay, let's do a reboot. And hopefully we'll come up in a nice, fresh, updated Arch-based system. So far, so good. I'm liking it. I'm not crazy about Budgie. Honestly, I don't see a whole lot of reason to use Budgie, especially set up in this very traditional desktop paradigm layout. Xfce can be made to look almost identical. That menu is very similar to the Whisker menu. The only real difference, the only real bling you get with Budgie is this control center. And I can certainly live without it. We are up to date. Cool. So there you have it, folks. blizOS. I'll put links to the YouTube page, the SourceForge page, the wiki, the old project. Oh, well, actually, that's the download page. The GitHub page. Put links to all this and the old page, the old project page. Okay, that concludes my look at blizOS. I wish the guy a lot of luck. Hope he takes the couple of suggestions, updating the pacman.conf and removing that XGD desktop portal GNOME file. Makes the whole system run a lot smoother. And as long as you include the XGD desktop portal GTK file, you don't need the GNOME version of that package. It's just problematic, unless you're running GNOME, obviously. Okay, there you go. Hope you enjoy. Take care, stay safe, and you'll see me in another one, folks. Bye-bye.